Dude, I've been doing it 13 years. Yeah, whatever, man. Shalom, all praises to the Most High. God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yes, sir.
Long live the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Another barbershop chop session. We got some out-of-town guests in the building. You know what I'm saying? There's some sisters drove from Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? Banging in Little Rock. It's all good.
That's from Missouri.
Yeah, that's from Missouri. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it. We're about to get into it though, because if y'all don't know, yesterday was Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Topic came up about going over being around your loved ones during this time. Is it possible to be around them and not partake? Is it possible to be around them and not be fellowshipping? What's your mindset? Are you there to bring the word out? Are you there to, you know, celebrate on the low? You know what I'm saying? All these things got to be brought into its proper perspective. You understand? And also put it out there too. There's no reason to be hiding on those days like that, because it's a day that the Most High has made. We rejoice every day. I don't care what you got going on. I'm out here. I got things I got to do. Like I put some up on Instagram. Like I'm leaving White Castles. You know what I'm saying? Having the fishing.
In the street.
Yeah, we out here. Yeah. I ain't hiding. I ain't peeking out my blinds like dang. Nah. That ain't how we get down. So we're gonna run through, address the what's called the pagan days or the folly days, and then deal with some of these scriptures dealing with Paul, because he's largely misunderstood. Even when you go into some of the scriptures that he on, look at him, man. The thumbs up, brother. Yeah, we know he live. He right here. Yeah, we all good. We're gonna start off in Proverbs 3, and then we're gonna deal with that 1 Corinthians 10 scripture. If one bids you to a feast and you be disposed to go, we them definitions need.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Eat what's put in front of you for conscience sake. What you mean? I gotta eat some pork or you know, some chitlins? And look, if somebody invite you anywhere, they should already know what it is about you.
When you go,
like nobody invites the Maccabee anywhere. They already know he don't eat no pork. He don't eat no. They already, yeah, like exactly. You won't be invited to no homosexual man. Like you already know what it is. Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. So that's where we're gonna hit the Proverbs 3:31 and 31 and 32. Just them two verses, and then we're gonna jump into the 1 Corinthians 10. But we want to address, because some people think the brother Paul was giving permission for you to be a pagan, or permission for you to go off and go against the Most High, and that ain't what he's saying. Like, how do you deal on a conscious level living in a Roman occupied world in which we live in today? It's pagan. America ain't nothing but Rome rebirthed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
Like during the time of Christ. We already know, because Christ was living during the time when these things.
Speak up, Bon.
So in the time of Christ, right? Saturday was about worship of Ishtar. Today we should call Christmas. My fault. Easter was about. You don't see Christ in no Easter feast. You don't see Christ in no December 25th. That was going on.
That's right.
The origins of those feasts are older than the time of Christ being on in flesh. So what I'm saying is, there's nothing on record with Christ being the feast to something that's dedicated to the worship of God.
That's right.
No doubt.
No doubt. Yeah, like we dealing
with them, sitting around them, and being at a table at a feast. What's the difference?
We go look. We go into Corinthians 8. We're gonna go to First Corinthians 10. It's gonna show you the difference. Like an unbeliever can bid us to a feast all the time. Some of us got bosses. You know what I'm saying? You know, company barbecue.
Yeah.
That may not be no.
Perfect example.
But what about this example? And he said it's good to work on Sabbath when they was trying to do something about the Sabbath. That was a law day. He still was doing work on Sabbath.
Right, there wasn't no servile work. He said if your mule or whatever, or your ox or whatever, your animal falls into a ditch, you wait till Sunday to get the animal. If your mama caught you fat, you leave her fat for Sunday.
If you got a room full of,
but there's no servile work. There's a difference. Servile work.
Room full of your family members in the room. If you got them all together, even out of town guests. There's family members that came in, and you know they don't know the word. You ain't gonna go over there and give them the word on Thanksgiving. You gonna wait and call them when they get on.
And look, My thing is,
Is
why
that-
you ain't called them the other 200+ days?
We
before
talking about
Thanksgiving?
right now.
But that's what that's something that you would do. You know what I'm saying? Just because she don't do what you would do, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean that what she would do is
You might
wrong.
not even thinking about it.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. One.
That's the only thing.
One. I done this.
Okay.
That
What you
never
say?
came out
No, I'm
my
just saying though. So
What I'm saying is, you know when Thanksgiving's coming,
yes, sir.
it's always the same every year.
No
Okay,
doubt.
but what
You
is
tell
that
me
on
364 days you can't contact your people and break them off truth?
Can I answer that?
Yes, ma'am. Of course. Come
Okay,
on.
but if you doing your everyday thing, you thrive and you doing your everyday thing, it might have came in your mind that, okay, let me call my auntie so-and-so down in Atlanta. I heard she might be coming. You don't get that. If they all showed up and you didn't even know they was coming, you didn't know. So you mean to tell me you ain't gonna go over there just because it's Thanksgiving?
We say the opportunity is there for you to shed some
That's
light.
why I use the scripture. Isn't
Right.
it all right to heal somebody on a Sabbath?
Mm-hmm.
So you just gonna let all of your family?
So he said, no, but bro,
But
what she going is she's saying it's still lawful, even though it's Thanksgiving to them. It's still lawful for her to bring light to the situation.
Right.
Now what she going on?
So why
But
would
listen,
you not
the
do
script
that?
also teaches, right? Don't have them shit with them.
So you mean to tell me you wouldn't go give them the word?
No, this is what I'm saying.
That ain't telling.
She ruled. I'm asking a specific question. I know that they was gathering for Thanksgiving. That wasn't right.
You the light. The light supposed to be in you. You supposed to go to light shining in dark places. It's dark in that house. Don't none of them know the word of script, but you supposed to have light in you, and you supposed to go
walk
get it.
into no pyramid
Okay.
when he went to Egypt.
Okay.
We know by the script that the idols failed. But you don't see Christ going in there talking about, oh, I'm gonna go holler at Horeb, or I'm gonna holler at Ra. I'm gonna go into the feast with Tefnut. You don't see that shit.
Yeah.
Well, let's
I know
bring out
what you're
the
saying.
Let's bring out
But
the
what I'm
script.
saying is, there is no recorded history of no Israelite, and the one that is recorded that we can go to, lives were lost because they went.
And not because they partook.
Partook.
They worship and partook.
That's different. You ain't worshiping. You
No
gonna
doubt.
get a light out.
No doubt. So is it so the question on the table is it wrong to show up while they in their buffoonery to bring the sword out, to bring light to the situation?
Exactly.
You feel me? We ain't talking about going and hollyhocking and singing to the tree.
Exactly. We ain't
Follow
talking
la,
about
la,
going, getting the plate,
la,
sitting down.
We ain't talking about eating with them
We
and
ain't
nothing.
talking about sitting down, getting the plate. We talking about showing up. Hey, you know, so I ain't seen you in a long time. These your family members. That don't mean you still don't greet them and love them.
Exactly.
Then you
man.
sit down and say, hey, let me holler at you. Love and kindness have I drawn thee. So you're not gonna go in there just chopping their heads off. You gotta go in there, sit down, and allow the spirit to show you what to say and when to do it. So that means he might tell you, sit down and let me show you what mind frame they're working in. And you sit there for 2 hours. That don't mean that you for
Yeah, we
He
gonna
got
go
the
to
testimony of
1
exactly what you talking about with this history.
They got First
What
Corinthians
you
10.
saying?
First Corinthians 10. All right, look, let's start this out. We're gonna go to Proverbs first. Let's go to 2 Peter. 2 Peter 3:15.
So we doing Proverbs 3 or
Nah, we're going to 2 Peter first.
2 Peter 3.
Yeah, because we're gonna read.
15.
We're gonna read what Peter got to say about Paul.
Through
It's
18?
like, as you read it.
2 Peter chapter 3.
Uh-huh.
Y'all let me know when y'all there.
Because you don't see this nowhere in the Torah. So when you go here and you bring out your first we're dealing with Christ Paul, which in Paul.
Yeah, but I mean, look, what he teaches is the commandments of the Lord. That's
told you.
1 Corinthians 14:37. You feel me? But look, you're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to learn how to deal. Like we not back in ancient Jerusalem. You're gonna have to learn how to deal in this Roman occupied world and still stay spiritual in line with the Most High. You feel me? It's all type of stuff that's not in proper order for you to, like, according to the letter. So you're gonna have to learn how to deal spiritually.
Can I bring this up? When they were sitting there in Jerusalem,
Hey, bro,
did not
watch
Peter, Paul withstood into his face and told him, what you doing now? You sitting there, you eating with people you ain't supposed to be eating with, but now you want to get up because everybody else is there. He said, no, don't do that. you're gonna sit there and eat with them, sit there and eat with them.
Yeah.
So ain't that the same thing as Thanksgiving? Just a
Yeah, but
holiday,
yeah, the difference, like when we get to the Corinthians, it's gonna go into an unbeliever bidding you to come eat, and then when somebody tell you this is a pagan day, this is offered and sacrificed to an idol, aka a pagan day. You feel me? It tell you, it don't say you can't go, it just say don't eat.
Right.
The food they prepared, if it's prepared in the spirit of their little folly day, you can't eat that.
Right.
But that don't mean you can't beat her.
I understand. That's just like
Yeah.
you do that when you go to the Chinese place.
Yeah,
They worship over their food.
Yeah, and look at these Buddhists sitting right there on the table
right
and all
there,
that.
right
Yeah.
there, and they don't hide it.
Yeah,
They
so
don't hide
let's get these understandings, and then because that's what's on the table. What's on the table is it okay to go around and bring out the light? You feel me? That's what's on the table. And then as we go through it, we'll start seeing, because then you start saying, well, dang, that's one day out of 365. You dealing with pagans 365 days out the year.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? We go to the store, we go wherever we see statues of white Jesus and all that. You know what I'm saying? So when is it not a good time to bring out the word, to bring out the light? See, what we're gonna learn is balance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What we're gonna learn is balance, which is needed, you know what I'm saying? Because if not, you'd be sacrilegious. You'd be what they call a zealot, you know what I'm saying? And your judgment will be thrown off in certain areas because you're not really, like, you ain't really used discernment to bring righteous judgment and balance in the situation. Yeah, for sure. Give me that veggie one, sound good to me.
2 Peter 3.
Yeah, 2 Peter 3. Let's read this, start at verse 15.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 15. An account that the long suffering of our Lord is salvation, even as our beloved brother Paul, also according to the wisdom given unto him, have written unto you, as also in all his epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood.
So Peter go on record and say some of the things that Paul say are hard to be understood. Notice he said long suffering of the Most High. Salvation, long suffering is another word for patience. We got to develop some type of patience in dealing with our people. You understand? So notice he goes on record about Paul. Now, Peter was way older than Paul. Paul was a young man when Stephen got stoned. Peter and them hung with the Messiah. You feel me? So this is a brother that's speaking about a brother younger than him. Way younger than him, actually. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like they was like same generation type. Remember, Peter rode with Messiah. Paul never met the Messiah until he on his road to Damascus. Right. But when Stephen got stoned in Acts 8, at the end of Acts chapter 7, it tell you that Paul was a young man. Right. He was a little boy at the time. You feel me? But Peter and them was already grown. So what you dealing with once you start extrapolating this is that Peter is an older believer speaking about the wisdom on a younger brother. All right? He said, look, Paul, Most High done gave him some wisdom. Some of the things he speak are hard to be understood. Right? To who, though? Let's read.
Which they that are unlearned and unstable rest.
Rest is old English for twist. So those that are unlearned and unstable, they twist his brothers right. You got what's called the Pauline epistle. They call them the Pauline doctrine today. And that's exactly. I got an older cousin named Pauline. They call them the Pauline epistles. You feel me? The Church of One Line Paul and say you ain't got to keep commandments. The non-messianics one line Paul and say he was a sellout. You know what I'm saying? But you got Peter, the right-hand man of Messiah, saying, look, some of the things, Most High gave him wisdom. Some of the things he say are hard to be understood to the unlearned and unstable. They twist his writings. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
As they do also the other scriptures.
As they do who?
Also the other scriptures.
Which is we talking about the Old Testament then.
Yeah,
we talking about scriptures as they do the other. We talking about the other scriptures, right? So they unlearned in the basic foundation of the Bible at this point. Because you got to know the law and Torah to even understand Paul. He was a scholar in it. You feel me? As they do the other scriptures, go ahead.
Unto their own destruction.
Unto who?
Unto their own destruction.
They twist his writings to their own destruction. Because it's dangerous when you one-line something, you come up with a whole doctrine, and masses of people will believe that to this day Paul was saying be a pagan. You feel me? And you ain't gotta keep the commandments. He said you ain't under the law no more. All that. You understand? Instead of understanding what he's writing. You feel me? It's like you jumping in the middle of a law book. Go get the Black's Law Dictionary. Crack it open to the middle of it. Look up a word called acquiescence. You understand? You start reading like, man, what is this? I don't know nothing about this, because you're jumping into a scholar of the law writings in the middle of his writings. So you'll never understand what the brother is saying. You feel me? So as they do the other scriptures to their own destruction. All right, come on, what does it say?
First, 2 Peter 3, verse 17. Ye therefore, beloved, seeing ye know these things before, beware.
Be who?
Beware.
Watch out. Come on.
Lest ye also, being led away with the error of the wicked.
But the error of who? Error of who?
Of the wicked.
So those that's twisting his writing to their own destruction are the wicked. Come on.
Fall from your own steadfastness.
Yeah.
But grow in grace and in the knowledge of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh HaMashiach, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
To him be glory both now and forever. Amen.
Yeah. All right, so now let's dive into some of Paul's writings. You know what I'm saying? The topic at hand is being bidden to a feast, right? Let's go to 1 Corinthians 10. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now we established the foundation. Paul's writings are hard to be understood by the unlearned and the unstable. They twist his writings as they do the other scriptures, which is the Torah, the Old Testament, into their own destruction. And he said, look, beloved, y'all that believe in Messiah, watch out, lest you be led away with the error of the wicked.
Which is wrong.
Yeah. Feel me? So if they come teaching you that Paul said you ain't got to keep commandments, you feel me? You can be a pagan. That's a false doctrine. That man never taught no such thing. Matter of fact, when you get into the historical context of the Bible, Christianity wasn't invented until 300-some years later. So he wasn't. So his whole thing was never about Christianity as you know it in church today. It hadn't even been invented yet. He wasn't talking about that. You feel me? So look, matter of fact, let's get, before we grab it, Acts 24. Give me Acts 24, 14 through 16. Watch this about Paul. Watch this. Since it's on the table that he told y'all ain't got to keep the commandments. You understand? And the whole thing is, it's just a different priesthood that's administering the commandments and oracles of God. This is a different priesthood.
Acts 24, 14.
Acts 24, 14 through 16.
16.
Now this is Paul himself. He in court defending himself. If you go back to verse 5 and 6, he like, look, they call him a ringleader, the sect of the Nazarenes. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, he's a pestilent fellow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a ringleader. He followed that guy from Nazareth that was killed. Yeah. Read.
Acts 24, 5, verse 5.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, J Stark's here too, y'all. Acts 24, verse 5.
Y'all
clowning. We're gonna slap box, y'all. Verse 5, Acts 24, verse 5.
Yeah.
For we have found this man a pestilent fellow and a mover of sedition among all the Jews throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes.
That's what they were saying. Somebody was testifying about Paul, like he's pestilent. They weren't speaking good about him. Like, man, look, he's a mover of sedition. I mean, everywhere he go, riots break out.
That's right.
Because he's going right into the synagogues and like, look, Messiah is Messiah, who y'all crucified back then. You know what I'm saying? He was part of the Pharisaical brotherhood. They put a hit out on his head. Like, man, you a traitor. You know what I'm saying? So when he was sent out, he was sent out to kill people because they believed. He got blinded, and now he believed. So now there's a price on his head. So now he get locked up. He in court. So before he get to speak for himself, somebody said, look, he's a pestilent fellow. He's a mover of sedition among all the Hebrews throughout the world. He's a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes. Wow. Jump down to verse 14.
Acts 24, verse 14.
It don't sound like they talking well about this man, do it? Come on, Hebrew.
But this I confess unto thee.
This him talking, like he's defending himself. This I confess unto thee. Come on.
That after the way which they call heresy, so worship I the Most High of my Abbas.
So he said, I worship the God of my fathers. Y'all call what I believe heresy, but I worship the God of my fathers. Right? Go ahead.
Believing all things.
Some things.
All things.
Only the stuff I like.
All things.
All things. Come on.
Which are written in the law and in the prophets.
Written in the law and the prophets. Now that's we talking about he believes in the law of God. And he just said, I believe everything y'all talking about. So now it's either those that's persecuting him only believe in parts of the law. He said, I believe everything. Yes. And that was the problem. See, his dialogue was with Hebrews that was only dealing with the Bible from Moses on. When Moses got the law on Mount Sinai, they wasn't dealing with Abraham. They ain't going back to the beginning. And that's what he was going. Like, look, man, go back to Genesis 15, Abraham right there. That's before Moses was even born. You know what I'm saying? Go back to Genesis chapter, what is that, 2? Chapter 3, chapter 4. Didn't Cain murder Abel? He was guilty of murder. So the law must have still been in the earth. Thou shalt not murder or kill. So the law been in the earth. It was given to Adam. Moses got what was a reteaching on Mount Sinai when we came out of Egypt. To the neighbor, the law of God been in the earth. And this is Paul like, look, I'm talking about the oral law of God before Moses got it written on some tablets. That was all taught by the prophets of God before Moses was even born.
You know where Noah was sent to Ham to get top thing?
Abraham. Yeah, that's in the book of Joshua. Abraham was sent to Shem. Yeah, Abraham was sent to Shem. 39 years raised up in the way. Now Shem ain't on record.
This is way back.
Yeah. Before Moses was even born. Right? Now we talking about them men wasn't circumcised or none of that. Like now we got a problem. You feel me? And see, these are the points that Paul used to bring out to make everybody mad. Like y'all saying he ain't got circumcised, but what about Abraham? He was given the kingdom before he was even circumcised. He promised it to him. Yeah. So he's dealing with aspects of the Torah that to this day non-messianics don't want to deal with. All right. That's why he was hated, because he's like, look, I believe everything written in there. You don't. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
Acts 24, verse 15.
Yeah.
And have hope towards Yohei-Wahe, which they themselves also allow, that there shall be a resurrection of the dead.
That's Old Testament too. David talked about the resurrection in Psalm 16. Book of Daniel chapter 12 talk about the resurrection. Well, it ain't like this is New Testament. That's Old Testament, resurrection of the dead. All right, go ahead.
Both of the just and unjust.
Yeah.
Verse 16. And herein do I exercise myself to have always a conscience void of offense towards Yahweh and towards men.
Yeah.
Verse 17.
That's it for that. Let's go. Now let's get into Corinthians. I just want to show Paul was a law keeper. He kept commandments. The only thing when you read, like, you ain't under the law, he's talking about you ain't under the priest that Moses and all them set up. Like, we under something higher. We under the law of Christ. Christ then took over. Messiah then took over the priesthood. That's who we follow now. You know what I'm saying? But Messiah never promoted a lawless kingdom. You feel me? That you just do whatever you want. Just love. I love you. Just he ain't never promote none of that. It was all about what thus saith the Most High.
Now, according to Torah, if you call them an act, man and women folks, they always trying to catch Christ up on some tricks. You know what I'm saying? He can't give you a righteous judgment if you only got the woman there and you call her an act. Torah says the man got both of them. Exactly. So what brother's saying is that when he starts believing all levels of the law, when you understand that, then you can get tricked. That makes sense? Because you should be able to prove who Messiah is out of the Old Testament alone. That's how we talk. I know y'all sisters saying, this is how we talk in this fellowship. Is that you should be able to prove Christ out of the Old Testament. That's the thing. When they went, they couldn't open up Matthew chapter 1 and break off Mary. And you know what I'm saying? It wasn't there. They couldn't read 1 Corinthians 10. There wasn't no book of Revelation. You know what I'm saying? They strictly hit the script. Hey, is it not written? As it is written, is it not in your book of law? And then it word be established. Because when he said, listen, woman, were you accusers? I don't see no shit. But I'm saying is, he didn't say, well, adultery's done away with.
That's right.
He didn't do that. He didn't say, don't stone him. He didn't say, don't do it. He didn't even counsel the judge. He just said, that he without sin has first.
Nigga, one of you cats that lay with up in that
It's
crowd.
right here in this crowd.
You trying to cover up your wickedness. They all marched up. You know what I'm saying? So
he take adultery off the table. He said adultery's done away with.
Right. Right.
Or the judgment is done.
That's right.
He just said this for your accused. Oh, it's
Yeah, because y'all caught him the very act way. That means the man should be there too. You feel me? So there is no loopholes and, you know what I'm saying, hula hoops and none of that madness you did. It is what it is. Let's get this 1 Corinthians 10. Let's get into it. 1 Corinthians 10, start around verse 20. He broke 17. I'm back to 17, something like that.
All right. 1 Corinthians
and then
chapter
we're going to
10.
read on down because we got to see what he's talking about.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 17. For we being many are one bread, and one body. For we are all partakers of that one bread. Behold, Israel after the flesh, are not they which eat of the sacrifice partakers of the altar?
You heard it? Those that eat of the sacrifices are partakers of the altar.
That's a question.
Yeah, think about it. The priests, that's priests. You feel me? The priests would eat of the sacrifices. They was the ones. They were partakers of the altar. They was the ones offering the offerings at the altar. You know what I'm saying? Then their portion was to partake as well. So the thing is, if you're eating of the sacrifices, you understand you're involved in the worship. You feel me? The priests were worshiping the Most High God. You feel me? So if they ate of the sacrifices that were sacrificed to their God, they're involved in the worship of their God. You know what I'm saying? That even applies with a pagan. You understand? Like if you eating the food, you understand, prepared for that day, you're involved in the worship.
Well, should we not be eating
Thanksgiving.
Chinese food?
Well, yeah. Well, look, this is what I do. Like when I go into the Chinese spot, if I go, but this is what you do. I ask.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I did a little experiment. I go in there, I ask, look, and they'll tell you. They'll tell you.
What is that? Delivery take part of it when you go and sacrifice?
Yes, it's delivery. If you know, like if you go in there and ask them, did y'all cook and prepare this food in the name of Buddha? I've asked it before. You feel me? Yes. What you think the Buddha statue on the counter for?
Right.
What you think they dropping peppermints and cigarettes and quarters right there? Yes. You feel me? I'd have been a bit spots that told me no. Ain't even no statue out there. No, hell no. They actually told me hell no. You know what I'm saying? You dig? But for the most part, most of them you go into, they'll tell you yeah. Yes. Now at that point, if you decide to eat, guess what you eat? Food sacrificed to that God. No matter how much you love the St. Paul or the plain fried rice or whatever you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you should be asking. Okay? Come on, Hebrew. What does it say?
First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 18 again.
Yeah.
Behold, Israel after the flesh, are not they which eat of the sacrifices partakers of the altar?
Yeah.
What say I then? What say I then?
Yeah.
That the idol is anything?
Yeah.
Or that which is offered in sacrifice to idol is anything?
Yeah.
But I say that the things with the Gentiles sacrifice.
Yeah.
They sacrifice to devils.
To who?
They sacrifice to devils.
Devils with an S or demons. devils. So a lot of our, yeah, she got it. She got it. But look, yeah, but
We ain't done though.
yeah. I'm saying, look, y'all, neither one of y'all was talking about going to eat. You know what I'm saying? Going to eat their food.
Exactly.
So
Y'all record say bring your own.
Yeah.
But your average, just think about it. Your average so-called African American household is cooking
It's all
on Thanksgiving. Is they really, you know, come on, you in the hood, you ain't, oh yeah, this is Thanksgiving. We think, oh, they just get together cook.
Look, you know your mindset. Like that, just because it was Thanksgiving yesterday didn't mean I didn't cook. I fried my babies some chicken and made some mixed vegetables for them. You feel me? I went and got me some White Castles earlier that day. You feel me? Yeah, like that don't mean I don't cook that day. I'm not in the spirit of Thanksgiving. You feel me? It don't mean like you can't eat that day or you can't even cook, but be real with yourself, and you already know the Most High know the reins of your mind. You know what you're doing. You know if you, oh yeah,
You know what your family do.
Yeah. All right, come on, Hebrew. What it say? But the things the Gentiles sacrifice, come on.
They sacrifice to devils and not to Yahweh.
Yeah.
And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
That key word is fellowship. That don't mean like you can't know somebody of a different doctrine. Fellowship part. Hey, brother, come on down to the mosque. Come on down to the Masonic Lodge. You feel me? Come on down and partake in our rituals. That's what the fellowship is. The fellowship with us, we got what's called Passover. You know what I'm saying? We eat the bread, drink of the wine. You know what I'm saying? We come into the bond of the covenant. That's fellowshipping with us. You partaking in what the rituals that the Most High got in the script, right? So we ain't supposed to have fellowship. You feel me? We don't do what devils do. We don't do what those that worship the devil. We don't do what they do. You understand? You should not have fellowship with devils. Come on, Hebrew.
You cannot drink the cup of the master and the cup of devils.
You can't drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Right? Go ahead.
I got a question.
I don't let her finish. I got you. Come to. Go ahead.
You cannot partake of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy?
Yeah.
Are we stronger than he?
That's a good question. So you can't eat, you can't drink from the cup of the Lord and the cup of the devil. You gotta choose up. You can't eat at the table of the Lord and the table of the devil. And it say, look, then he asks a question, do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? No, you don't want to do that because we got examples, bro. I brought the Numbers 25 out earlier about those that actually did that, provoking the anger, and it cost them their lives. You feel me? So what we got established right here in 1 Corinthians 10, before we even keep reading, is that you can't partake of the table of the Lord and the table of the devil. You can't drink from the cup of the Lord and the cup of the devil. If you eat of the sacrifices, you're involved in the worship. We got that established before we even get down and keep reading. All right?
Correction.
Yeah. All right. I know you had something, Neat, what you was on?
No, I was just, the word fellowship, it's common name, I suppose, but it just means share.
Yeah.
It means what?
Share. Partake, share.
Okay. What I'm saying is, if somebody invites you to come down to the mosque, somebody say, hey, come with me, go to Mecca, we got one shrine rock. But you went there, you know what I'm saying? They're holy.
Yeah, but it's sharing in what they're doing in worship.
Yeah, in their worship.
Yeah, not being somewhere.
Not being, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, you know what, for the regular city, right?
Yeah.
Not being per se.
No doubt.
But in partake.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you know that the family is gathering for this particular.
Yeah. So it ain't about there because shit, it's
yeah, you being Thursday, like we never left Thursday.
Yeah.
Hebrews didn't disappear Thursday, came back Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like,
yeah. Well, if you walk down the Delmar Loop, there's all type of sodomites out there. I may be going down there to get me a baseball cap or something.
Yeah, we see him down there. It's like, what, you partaking in the
Nah, I ain't got nothing to do with you sodomites. None. All right. So again, there's a line. Feel me? To fellowship is to share or to partake in the worship of what they're doing. Every example we see with the Most High got mad, that's what they was doing. All right. All right, come on, Hebrew.
First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23.
Here it's about to get deep now. You feel me? Because anybody that go into these verses after what we just read, they never read what we just read. They don't establish it right out the gate. Well, y'all know we can't drink from the cup of the Lord, the cup of the devil, right? Y'all know that, right? Y'all know we can't eat at the table of the Lord and the table of devils. The Gentiles sacrifice to devils.
That's right.
And if you eat of the sacrifices, you're involved in the worship.
That's what
Right?
Israelites can't be Gentiles.
Yeah, in the mind, yeah.
Israelite
And the heathen mindset, of course.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 23.
Here we go.
All things are lawful for me.
Yeah.
But all things are not expedient.
So is he saying all, like when he say all things are lawful, is that according to the law of God, or he's saying I can go out here and do what I want to do?
Not according to the laws of Yahweh.
Which one is it? Is it one or the other? Because some non-messianic gonna go right there, verse 23. Paul said everything was lawful. No, he just told we just established. He said you can't eat from the table of the Lord and the table of devils. So when he say all things are lawful, he's saying all things according to the law of God are lawful, but everything is not expedient, right? All right. For example, what is something lawful that's not expedient? You understand? Like look. We know it's lawful. We can drink wine, right? But say you need. But say you was trying. Say you was trying to go. Say you was trying to go gain your grandmama or something, and she like, no, to me, wine is the devil's juice, right? Are you gonna say that like you're the old granny? That's that devil. Is you just gonna pop up? You gonna pop up with your cup of wine and say, "Big Mama, you going off anyway? I can drink this wine. It's lawful." You feel me? Yeah, drinking wine is lawful as long as you're not drunk, but it may not be expedient for that situation. So it calls for us to use discernment in what we're doing. Certain things may be a stumbling block. Like if y'all was up in here and y'all was like, look, it offends us that, you know, it's a little wine and a little bit of strong drink. We would put that up. I understand. I'm just saying if, you know what I'm saying? Because it may be lawful for us to partake, but if y'all was offended and stop this study from going on, we would put that up.
And look,
you feel me?
Speak on our other guests, y'all guests. We had other guests. Our brother, hey, shout out to our Victor and our Tone.
Our Big and our Tone from the DMV last week.
They don't drink. They don't drink at all. But when they came over, we asked, would it be offensive? And once we got the answer, then we can deal with each other. But if they say, yeah, we don't drink, and we don't really feel a hundred about that, then they drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we asked it. And that's, I'm telling you, they told us, hey, we don't drink.
Yeah. But
we ain't offended if you drink.
Okay.
So that's how it went with.
We like, okay, we'll pour it up. It's all good. As long as we ain't getting drunk around here, it's all good. Right. Pour it on up, bro. So that's an example of lawful but not expedient. And it's a lot of stuff, man. Like some people use the law as a weapon to try to, you know what I'm saying, lord over people or manipulate somebody's mind. You feel me? So you say somebody, but the law saying it. Well, brother, it may be lawful, but you know that ain't expedient. You know that's gonna be a major stumbling block right there to what's going on. You understand? So it calls for us to use what? Be mature in spirit and level up. Use your discernment. Like read the Christ. You know what's going on. Like, look, they offended or whatever about all that. Right? Don't even bring that up. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like, you know.
Now they'll tell me in a minute. I'm gonna tell me.
Yeah.
Hey, look, reword what you say.
Yeah.
Because you see that they call me just something about saying I'm not a sinner. Just say this, I don't practice.
There you go.
Ain't that you ain't said nothing different, it's just the way you word.
Yeah.
So people can receive it better.
That's right.
My younger brother is teaching me that. And I accept it. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Just the way you say it.
Yeah.
Present it in a way that everybody can digest.
There we go.
No
there
doubt.
we go.
No doubt.
We got, because we responsible as teachers, like, you know what I'm saying? You want nobody leaving her thinking what he said. And this nigga say it's okay to, you know, I ain't even say that, but you left her thinking that. You feel me? So we gotta make sure we clear these things up. You know what I'm saying? So all things are lawful, but all things are not expedient, right? What else to say?
all things are lawful for me, but all things edify not.
Everything is not a teaching situation. It may be lawful for you to do it, but it's somebody getting edified off what you're doing. Or is you just like, look, I'm doing it because it's lawful. It's all good. You see? You having to watch that, man. It's time for us to use discernment and mature and level up dealing with this Bible, right?
That's right.
You feel me? Right. It's more about the spirit of what you're doing than the actual letter of it. Like, because it's more about your intention. Yeah, it's just more about your intention. Because some people, man, look, we know them. We know them. You know what I'm saying? Some people are straight, like purposely try to find a loophole so they can continue on in their evil. You see what I'm saying? So it come down to until like the Most High gonna judge them thoughts. See, and that's what people are scared of. Yeah, you ain't got away with nothing. You think you cover that up, and you trying to wear this as a cloak. No. Of somebody trying to use a loophole. Oh man, there's plenty of them, man.
What about?
You want him to give an example, or you go give an
example?
Let him go ahead.
He said he know.
I say he said I ain't know, but there's plenty of them. Yeah. No, shoot.
You know what I'm saying? Like the one I heard in some cases is David or Abraham got the kingdom, regardless of what they did, the simple man he killed. Took his,
Yeah, I feel you. You know I know you going. You try to justify you doing something that David did. Like put it this way, a brother justify being an adulterer.
Because David got the kingdom.
Yeah. Even though David repented of that and never did that again. You feel me? A brother be like, well, David was an adulterer. God just gonna have to forgive me so I can be one. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what that is. That ain't what that is. You know, he told you go and sin no more unless something worse happened to you. You know what I'm saying? David ain't on record doing the same sin twice.
Is Leah and Rachel one of the ones where she married two sisters?
Yeah.
There was a circumstance.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Because you're not supposed to.
No, you're not. You're not. And he right. He was tricked into
use that.
That's right. Yeah. There you go. Excellent point. Excellent point. Because it's against the law to do it. Jacob was tricked into it like he tricked his old dude into, you feel me? So yeah, it's circumstantial. That's right. And once the damage is done, he couldn't be like, oh hell no, we can't do that.
Oh, she was just a jump off. Give me what I paid.
Yeah.
He said this.
He took right. He care of
That's right. That's right. All right. Excellent point. That's how out of town guess they getting it done. Let's get it done. What is that?
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23. And all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. Verse 24. Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth.
Meaning, you're not supposed to be about yourself gaining spiritual wealth and understanding. You feel me? Especially in the position of teaching, you're supposed to be giving that out and feeding that to the flock. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about your wealth like the dollars you got in your bank account. He's talking about spiritual wealth. You know what I'm saying? Don't just look after, you know what I'm saying? I'm all good. No, you got this, you're giving it out, spreading it. All right, don't look on your own wealth, look on the wealth of everybody else. All right, what else say?
Whatsoever is sold in the shambles that eat, asking no question for conscience sake.
Now the shambles are what's called the meat markets. Right? Now, somebody that don't believe in what Paul's saying is saying, well, Paul say, whatever is sold in the shambles, eat for conscience sake. Now, okay, let's put on the table. Got two options. Either he's saying, go down to Sulor Market and go gut that pig and pull them chitlins up out of there. Or he's letting you know, if you go into the store and they tell you it's turkey, boy, don't be trying to spin your wheels. Nah, it probably ain't turkey. It's probably mixed with this and that, with the chicken and half of it probably. He like, look, whatever's sold in the meat markets, eat. for conscience sake, you're gonna worry yourself to death wondering if it's a chicken mixed with a turkey, mixed with a pig. Look, that say turkey, I'm gonna go grab the turkey. You feel me? I'm not even finna spin my wheels over it because it says it's turkey. It says it's chicken. It said, in other words, it's saying it's that right there is lawful for me to eat. I'm going to eat it. I'm not worried about how it was prepped, how it was processed. I ain't worried about none of that. That's what he going into. He ain't going into like, go eat you the pig, go eat you this. It's one of two options. You can eat whatever, or whatever sold in the shamble, because you ain't growing your own. Look, if you had your own flocks and you was growing your own food, where wouldn't you be? You wouldn't be at the grocery store buying that.
That's right.
We was doing that today.
Yeah. Y'all doing it.
Y'all gonna give some sheep?
Yeah.
Did that knife cut?
Yeah. Is the knife? Is everything kosher?
Yeah, it was turkey with pork cases.
Yeah, but they look. But you're about this. How did you know it was pork cases?
We read the ingredients.
Exactly. You feel me? So
Something else. What was it? It was something, but it didn't tell what
Collagen.
but it didn't tell us what kind of collagen. So we were like,
yeah. But see, but you're about this. It's telling you what it is in the ingredient. You feel me? Outside the ingredients, keep it moving.
We wouldn't have no idea. It could still be something.
Exactly.
But this turkey, you brought it because, like you said, the whole thing is that we're dealing with the of the heart.
Yeah.
Your heart wasn't transgressed God's law and violence.
Yeah.
They told you turkey.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just not. What he's saying is true. If they told you it's turkey, you look on the ingredients and you see it's turkey, but then you looking at, okay, dang, they got pork casing. You ain't got to eat that. You feel me? Because they letting you know it's pork casing or something going on. The whole thing is it's saying whatever's sold in the shambles, that eat. All right. So if they tell you this is what it is, and the ingredients is telling you what it is, and it's lawful for you to eat. You ain't got to go over and beyond trying to figure out, well, hold on, it came from Kentucky. No, damn, that came from California. Dang, you know, Japan do have a nuclear fallout. I don't want to, you feel me? You just got to, you know what I'm saying? He just letting it be known for conscience sake. Whatever sold in the shambles, if it's on the menu, if it's on your diet, go ahead and handle your business.
What was the scripture where it said all is good to eat? Is that something?
First Timothy 4. 1 Timothy 4. Well, all the creation of God is good and nothing to be refused. We'll get to that. And but see, the beautiful thing is you start back up at verse 1 and read down to verse 5.
It was lawful, except for the lawful, unlawful stuff that he already said. Right. He already said it, but people use it all the time.
Yeah.
They don't understand it. You have to go back to the word. Yes. It's in Leviticus and Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
It repeats itself.
Yeah. That's
so
right.
he's making a point, but they use that to do that because it was one girl that tried to get me to do it. They was serving pork that day on our grill. I'm like, well, you know, such and such, it was all good. I'm like, did you read all of that when you said that?
And then then they say every creature of God, you a creature of God. So I'm saying if I'm hungry, I should be able to eat you. Every creature of God is good. So does the good mean finger licking good? If it don't mean finger licking good, then the good just simply means it has its purpose. All right. So look, come on.
1 Corinthians.
Okay, come on.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 26.
So he ain't saying whatever is sold, like go eat whatever you want. You understand? Whatever is sold that's lawful for you. Remember, all things are lawful, right? So whatever is sold that's lawful for you, you understand? Eat for conscience sake. Other than that, you worry yourself to death. All right, go ahead, Hebrew. Come on, bro. We roll. Come on, let's rock.
For the earth is the most high.
Yeah.
And the fullness thereof.
Yeah.
Verse 27. If any of them that believe not.
Believe who?
That believe not.
So we dealing with an unbeliever, right? Come on.
Bid you to a feast.
Yeah.
And ye be disposed to go.
You be what to go?
And ye be disposed to go.
We need them definitions if you can, whenever you can pull them up, Nehemiah. We need bid mean invite and go to dispose.
Bid is G2564. Means Kyle or Kyle. Khalil. Call, properly allowed, be used in a variety of applications, directly or otherwise, bid, call for it. Who's been called?
So you've been called to a eating by unbeliever, a feast, right? By unbeliever. Go ahead. Go do dispose for me. That's the key word.
Dispose is G2309. To will, have in mind, intend.
To will, to have in mind, to intend. So you got in your mind, you intending to go. You've been called, you in your mind, you're like, okay, yeah, I'll go to her.
To desire.
You desire to go. It's your will and your purpose and
to
your
wish.
intention. Yeah, your will, your intention, and your purpose and desire to go.
To love.
You've been called. You like, I'm going.
Am I tripping?
No, but we got you on that, Bob. We got you on that. We got you on that.
That means you either desire to go anyway,
yeah,
or you wish to go,
done,
or you love to go,
yes,
or to like to do that thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you like to go, you desire to go.
Fond of doing.
Yeah. All right. So it says unbeliever, you've been called forth. It's in your desire in mind, I want to go. All right. So you've been invited. The thing is this, like, who inviting anybody that's a believer and they don't know nothing about you? You see what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody, I don't get invited nowhere and they don't know nothing about me. You feel me? Everything get put in front of me, or they tell you self-service over here, but look, that's all you over there.
What was that testimony you had earlier about that?
Now, we ain't even got there yet. We finna go there. But look, that's not talking about the same thing.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, they ain't even talking about the same thing, because that right there was something, what we would call a pagan feast. And I showed up. You understand? And I came with some fast food. Try the spirit. I came with some Jack in the Box. Like, oh, yo, where y'all at? We all right. Oh, okay, I'll be there in a minute. Pulled up with my own fast food, and I got flat foot cussed out. You understand? I know you don't know. I'm good. I bought me some Jack in the Box. Everybody like, boy, you did what? Like, my people were very offended because I brought my own food to the situation. You understand? Like, nah, I don't want to eat nothing y'all made in that spirit. I'm cool. But it's about y'all want to see me and give me a hug.
There should be no problem.
I show up. I'm coming with my own food in my mind, right? And if it's about it, you ain't got it ain't about the food. We just want to see you and hug you. Okay. I show up so you can see me, so you can hug me. But I got my own food with me. I don't get no hugs. I don't get nothing. I get flat foot cussed out. Yeah. So it lets you know that even in their mind, it really is about me doing what y'all do. Y'all was trying to suck me into doing what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? And I tried the spirit real quick. I showed up with some fast food. They were beyond pissed. Beyond pissed. All right, come on, Negro. So, bid, invited, disposed, you desire to go. Right, go ahead.
Eat, asking no questions for conscience sake.
Yeah.
Verse 28, 1 Corinthians 10, verse 28. If any of them that believe not bid you to a feast, and ye be disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you. Excuse me. So, hold on, let me go back to 28. But if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols.
This is Christmas dinner. Nobody says today this is offered in sacrifice to an idol, because our people don't believe they commit an idolatry. So bring it full circle. They let you know this is Thanksgiving dinner. This is Christmas dinner. This is New Year's dinner. This is a meal that we prepped in honor of this holiday right here. So if they say that to you, what you supposed to do?
Eat not.
Eat who?
Eat not.
That means you can't eat. You can't eat what they prepared.
Bring your own plate.
You can't eat what they prepared. Bring your own food. If you there and they tell you this food is offered in sacrifice to an idol, or this is a pagan feast, you understand? The script say you can't eat. You can't eat. So there's a difference between an unbeliever bidding you to just say, okay, a company cookout or something. You feel me? Then somebody telling you, oh, yeah, actually, this is Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner. It tell you can't eat that. It's a difference, you know what I'm saying? Now, if unbelievers bidding you somewhere, they're familiar with you, they know what you about. So when they put whatever in front of you, you good to eat because they know you. You understand? Now, let's not be simple. If they throw some, some chitlins on their plate and say the Bible say you got to, no, the scripture ain't saying that you got to eat that. You can't force me to be lawless. It ain't saying that. It's saying, look, the person that's bidding you is obviously familiar with you. You desire to go. Because think about it. If you desire to go, then obviously they know you. You understand? It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, these people finna disrespect you like that and throw something on your plate that is against the law of God. You desire to go. You know what I'm saying? So that means they're familiar with you. They know how you rock. They know how you get down. You good. But they say, well, look, this is pagan day. This is the food. This food right here was prepped for Thanksgiving, prepped for Christmas. You can't eat that. You feel me? Because now we're dealing with, remember, those that eat of the sacrifices are what? Partakers of the altar, meaning you're involved in the worship. And you can't drink from the cup of the Lord, the cup of devils.
So the devils are taking the people.
You say what?
The devils, they're the people.
They're worshiping the devil. Yeah. Yeah, the people. Yeah.
Well, if you're a son of the devil, you just, you know what I'm saying, you might as well. You is a devil, you know what I'm saying? You're not the devil.
Yeah, it says devils.
Son of the devil,
yeah,
so
yeah.
devils as well.
Yeah. So now we got to clear it up that Paul was not saying you can partake in a pagan feast. You feel me? He's saying if an unbeliever bids you somewhere, well, that means it's not a pagan feast day. You feel me? But is it unlawful for you to go around them on their little feast day? You understand? Now, I ain't talking about partaking. You can still be around and not even partake. Remember, Lot was in Sodom and Gomorrah. Was he a sodomite? No. So you can be there, but your whole job is to bring the light to the situation. You understand? If you there, you can't eat what they eat. You understand? You there to bring light to the whole situation, which can be done. But look, there's levels to this because everybody ain't ready. So a brother that's fresh in this truth get sucked back into the worship of some devils going around their people. They don't know how to properly defend the words, you know what I'm saying? So if you ain't strong enough, stay away. Stay away. But if you strong enough, it's all good. Some of our people that's in the script live with their parents, live with their people that's doing it. And it's all around them. What do? Are they partaking because, but my family may be up in there praying in a circle and having Christmas dinner. I'm in the back room chilling. Everybody come through the back room, get some scripture or get some type of literature. Right, so they stay. Yeah. You know, they go, but he back there tripping. You know, he's wilding out, you know what I'm saying? But just because he's there, is he partaking? So you can be somewhere and still not be involved in the worship. That's the whole point. And I think that's what the sister was going into earlier. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, as well. Even if you show up and bring your own food, you know what I'm saying? Like you still not eating the food that was prepped for that. But still understand your mindset. Don't be, okay, I brought my own plate. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. It's all good. No. Check yourself. Because if you ain't strong enough, you understand, to let people know, I don't do that. Or may God have mercy on us all. They be looking at us like, what that is? That's not the response. I said happy Thanksgiving, and you said, may God have mercy on us all. They like, what the hell is wrong with him? He really done tripped out. You understand? So if you ain't strong enough to go around your people, you feel me, and defend this word, then you do need to stay away. You understand? But if you're strong enough, you're like, look, that don't fade me. You understand? I ain't tripping out what y'all got going on. Came over here, y'all want to hug my face, hug my granny, hug my mama. Yeah, y'all. You want some meat? No, I'm good. Y'all know I don't even get down. I don't even rock. Y'all good? Everybody cool? I go downstairs, holler at your uncles. Yeah, what's up, uncle? Let's go in. Hey, no, I'm finna get out of here. I'm straight. You understand? You ain't got. You can be somewhere and not partake. That's the whole point. You understand? And if they let you know this is pagan, you can't partake at all. Period. All right, make sense? Makes sense. All right, go ahead.
Finish in 28. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 28.
Yeah.
Eat not for his sake, that show that shewed it, and for a conscience sake, for the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof.
Notice he keeps saying for conscience sake, for the mentals, for the conscience. You know what I'm saying? You know when you done did something off that conscience of torment you. All right, what verse you in?
That was verse 28. I think we'll go to 29.
I believe that's it for the topic.
Yeah,
Ain't it? I have to go to 1 Corinthians 8. There's something else about eating food offered to idols. 1 Corinthians 8. 1 Corinthians 8. So we just established you can't eat from the table of the Lord, table of the devil. You understand? If you partake of this, if you eat of the sacrifices, you involved in the worship, right? Then he got down and said, look, man, unbeliever may bid you to a feast, and you desire to go, well, whatever they put in front of you, eat, because whoever invites you is familiar with you. They know you a sheep brew, y'all brews, y'all how y'all get down. They know I don't eat no pork. That's just over there vegan, I believe. And you ain't vegan? Okay, but she don't have vegetarian tip over there. She don't eat no meat. So guess what ain't finna get put in front of you? No meat, because they're familiar with you and your way of life. If they invite you, they're familiar with you. And if you desire to go, they really familiar with you. You understand? But hey, if this is pagan, this is off an idol, I can't do that. Conscious sake. Make sense?
Yeah, that's right.
And he wasn't saying go into the meat markets and eat whatever you want. He just letting you be known. Look, if you up in the meat market, because look, you in there to buy what you want anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you in the truth, you lawful. You just dietary law. So I'm in there to buy this lamb, this turkey, this beef, this chicken or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If the ingredients don't say nothing about this mixed with no type of pork or whatever, I'm not giving no second thought behind it. You feel me? Now you can come with a documentary and say, oh, well, brother, you know, I look, that ain't my business. I don't even care. For conscience sake. You know what I'm saying? Care less.
But we just said this weekend, last weekend, and just, we had brothers, again, they wanted the veggie piece, right? He said, well, we have brothers that got lawful meat. We eat lawful meat. Some brothers on the piece, they eat lawful meat.
I like flesh.
So then you got the veggie piece for the people, though. Go from a law.
Yeah. I'll go to 1 Corinthians 8.
Chapter 8. You want me to start?
Start at verse 1, Aki.
1 Corinthians chapter 8.
Warm in this deal,
verse
ain't
1. Oh, you know when the spirit moves.
Boy, getting warmed up in this deal. All right, go ahead. Still there, man.
Now, as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffed up, but charity edified. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know.
Yeah, so that lets you know a lot of people get knowledge, get puffed up. Dig? You don't know what you think you know. So basically telling those that boast of knowledge, humble down. Stop boasting. All right, go ahead.
But if any man love Yahweh, the same is known of him.
Yeah.
As concerning, therefore, the eating of these things, of those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols.
Be back on the same topic, right? It's offered to an idol. Don't eat, right? Go ahead.
We know that an idol is no thing.
We know that. Like that's a man sweated and made that Buddha statue or that statue of Diana. Not an idol is nothing to us. All right, come on.
In the world, that an idol is nothing in the world, and that there is none other God but one. For though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many.
There's many gods in the earth. Egypt had over 360 of them. You know what I'm saying? Many things that are called God, many things that are called Lord. You understand? A packet of ketchup could be your God if you worship it. Real talk. All right, come on.
But to us, there is but one Elohim.
Yeah.
The Abba.
Yeah. The
Father, of whom are all things. We are in him.
That's so to the believers, there's only one God, one power, right? The Father. Go ahead.
And one Master, Yahweh HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, by whom are all things, and we by him. Howbeit, there is not in every man that knowledge.
This knowledge ain't in every man. So your faith, everybody don't have the same faith and belief that you have. You understand? That's what he going into. The difference between true worship of the Most High and idolatry. All right, come on.
For some with conscience of idols unto this hour eat it as a thing offered unto an idol.
Some people know exactly. Like when you, especially around the Easter season, Halloween season, all that. All you gotta do is type in the origins of Easter, Halloween. It's people that worship the devil and the Queen of Heaven for real. You understand? They know exactly what they're doing. That's a lot of our people in the church don't know. They collateral damage. It's like the chicken being seasoned before it's thrown in the grease. Just collateral. You just season it. You don't know no better. But it's people that's out here worshiping the devil for real, for real. So they eat it in conscious, knowing this is to the devil, or this is to the Queen of Heaven, or this is to Buddha, or this is, right? You still talking about this word conscious. We keep hearing this, right? Where your mindset at? All right, come on, Hebrew.
And their conscience being weak as defiled.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 8, verse 8. But meat commended us unto God.
Read that again.
But meat commanded us not to God.
Commendeth us not to God. Go ahead.
For neither if we eat are we the better, neither if we eat not are we the worse.
So he like, don't start thinking just because you didn't figure out what you're not supposed to be doing, like you don't do Christmas or Easter or whatever. Don't start thinking you better than these pagans out there. You guys seeing you battling 365 days, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When you done talking, Thanksgiving just one day. Did the war stop?
No.
Wasn't you battling sin yesterday?
Yeah.
Ain't you battling sin today?
Yeah.
So don't start thinking just because you can find out what day the Saturday is and you don't do Christmas, Easter, and all that, that you better than anybody. You understand? That's just saying that's not gonna be the sin that catch you up. What about them secret closet sins?
Yeah.
Like you still entertaining, you know what I'm saying? So he's letting you know just because you eat or eat not, you ain't better or worse. Come on, Hebrew.
But take heed, lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block to them that are weak.
That are who?
That are weak.
Wow, come on.
For if any man see thee which has knowledge sit at meat in the idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols?
See? So look, it be people that's into your belief, but they're not as strong as you. They're weak. So if somebody see you, look, you got knowledge, right? Like, dang, that's the Hebrew, man. Powerful, brother. He over there. Deck the halls with all this folly. Fa la 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 la. Y'all call me kid. What?
Hey.
I like your
Whatever.
I've been saying, like, especially one of you brothers up in there. Somebody caught one of us kissing under the mistletoe, something like that. Now, somebody that ain't as strong as you in this see that and say it must be okay to do that. You see what I'm saying? That's Lamar. Greg, open the door. Wait, open the door, bro. Open the door, bro. You can't open. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so somebody can see you that, you know what I'm saying, you're on point, you're strong in this walk. But if you're doing something, that's off, somebody that's weak will see what you're doing and say it must be okay to do that. In the Apocrypha, we got an elder named Eleazar.
Oh, yeah.
What up, people? What's going on, my brethren? Y'all good? You got that, boy? We got some pomegranate juice in the deal. What? All good.
How you doing?
All good. No doubt. All right, so look, somebody will see you do something that's off and will think it's okay. In the Apocrypha, we got an elder named Eleazar, right? They wanted him to fake like he ate some swine.
Yeah.
They say, look, you ain't even got to
Point
eat.
right
You ain't even got to eat the swine. You can eat some lamb,
He said, kill me.
right? You can eat some lamb, right? But the crowd is going to think that you ate the swine, right? And he thought about it. He said, okay, well, if I do that, everybody else going to think that I sold out and that I did something against God, and then everybody going to think it's okay for me to do it. That elder was 90. He say, send me to the grave. I'm not even going to fake like I went against my God for the sake of living a little while. And that's what Paul going into right here.
That's exactly what Paul
He going into like, look, somebody that's weak, see you do something that's off, they're going to be emboldened to go off. You see? So it's a great responsibility, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't live and die into yourself. Yeah. You don't live and die into yourself. Somebody always looking.
Nah, this ain't about that. It's about,
That's right.
this isn't about that.
That's right.
It's about.
All right, go ahead. Read that verse again. What is it?
1 Corinthians 8, verse 10. For if any man see thee which has knowledge sit at meat in the idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols?
Yeah.
Verse 11.
Yeah.
And through thy knowledge shall the weak brother perish for whom Christ died?
Christ died for that brother that ain't as strong as you in the faith, right? But he gonna perish because now he saw you doing it. Now he's in the way of a transgressor. See, somebody is always looking or listening. I get ran up on all the time. If y'all the autos on, brother, run up on me. Hey, bro, ain't that you, man? Hey, don't you be on YouTube? I said, who? He was like, you.
You trying to shock you up?
Yeah, I was like, I told him, I said, nah, that ain't me. He said, oh, man, I thought you was this one, bro. I said, man, I'm just playing. That's me. What's up? He said, man, I knew it was you, man. Hey, you know, I got my fringes on up, man. Shalom, brother, y'all. You feel me? I'm just in there getting me some, brake fluid. Power steering fluid, what I was getting. You know what I'm saying?
Long break.
That's another situation. That's another situation. I get ran up on all the time in these streets of St. Louis. Brother, ain't that you? And I always play the low road. No, that ain't me. Don't you rap? Nah, I ain't no rapper. I ain't no rapper. You know what I'm saying?
They know you're doing something.
Yeah. I thought that was
You doing something, bro.
I know that's faithful, so I'm glad
Yeah.
you saying
Man, that is you.
Hey, look, that light skin stuff.
Yeah.
That light skin stuff.
It had too big. That is you. That is you. All right, come on, bro.
Okay, 1 Corinthians 8,
Yeah.
verse 11. And through thy knowledge shall the weak brother perish from whom Christ died.
Yeah.
Verse 12. But when ye sin so against thy brethren,
Yeah.
wound their weak conscience.
That's right.
Ye sin against Christ.
See? That lets you know we got to be responsible for what we doing. Yeah. Like if somebody see you off and decide to do what you do, you sin against Messiah when you did that. Yeah, you wounded them. You sinning against your head at that point. Huh? Yeah. That blood is on your head for that. See? So you can't play around with this thing, man. If you going be there to bring the word out. Don't play around. Especially if you ain't strong enough. If you ain't strong enough, you need to stay away until you get seasoned up, I'm gonna tell you. Because you're gonna be sucked right back into it.
That's my popped up at 4th of July.
Yeah, I don't get invited no more either. They already know. Like, look, don't mention nothing about life. Look, because what they gonna realize is they really can't talk to you about nothing. Everything you bring up is biblical related. So it's like, look, don't breathe wrong. Don't say nothing to him about the news. Don't say nothing to him about nothing. So
breathe up that fight.
They ain't got to. They realize. Look, but they look and realize that once you get around, that they can't bring nothing up without you going into the scripture. You understand? So now it's that uncomfortable silence. Like, so you ain't finna be getting too many more invites. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna be getting too many more invites. I ain't been invited I've been this way of life going on 13 years now. So I ain't had no invite in about a decade.
Welcome to the block, bro.
If you go the other way around, because I can find myself not talking to a whole lot of people because they don't understand what I'm talking about anyway.
Yeah.
So I just realized I'm growing in other ways that they're not growing.
Yeah.
So I realized who I don't need to be around
That's right.
at that point.
Yeah.
So it's still a good thing on another.
Oh yeah, for sure. You understand? And then look, if people holler at you, you know, you'll be getting that call about 3 in the morning, years from now. Hey, cuz, what was that about? No, about the mark of the beast. You feel me? What's coming out?
Yeah,
About this new world order. Cuz you remember you was talking about the all the black Greek fraternities and the bootleg and the man, I just seen a documentary on it. Hey, what's some scriptures? Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, go get grabbing scriptures, all good.
They remember you that way too.
Yeah.
Like really, they remember you that way. Damn, that's right, cuz. You know, Valley was coming down, man. 18 verses.
Oh, you got one more verse?
Damn,
Okay,
my sister was coming.
Okay.
And give you a call.
Let's finish it on. Yeah, welcome to the walk. What else to say?
Verse 13, 1 Corinthians 8, verse 13. Wherefore, if meat makes my brother to offend, I will eat no flesh.
That's right.
While the world stands.
You see that? So that's why we had, like, if that offends you, we won't get down. You know what I'm saying? In your presence, that won't happen. And that's what Paul was saying. Like, look, if something make you to go off that I'm doing, I won't do it. I won't do it. You feel me? That's the mindset we ought to be in.
But y'all kids, why you kids don't smoke weed and get rolled up?
No doubt. But some of these brothers and sisters stop got to be so simple minded though, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. You know, just like how we say level up, you know, if you've been in the script, you know what I'm saying, 2 or 3 years or whatever and not, and you think that by us having our foreheads covered, you know what I'm saying, is having our head that is having our heads covered, you know what I'm saying, you niggas are simple. You know,
just look up the word.
We can't, if a person can't grow a beard or whatever the case may be.
You ain't on the Lord.
Yeah, exactly.
We got people that don't grow no face.
Yeah, no doubt.
So you're not mad at the Lord?
Yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we can't be so simple. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Right.
And then, too, you know, some of us do have a spirit that we ain't going to pacify none of these Negroes anyway. You know what I mean?
Not these StL Israelites.
You know, so, you know, there's a balance, you know what I'm saying, as well to that as well. Crazy.
And look, love ain't cut. Love ain't free. Love ain't always peaceful. Love is pain.
Kind.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Love is pain.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine the creator of everything took his very first creation and let him come down and become mortal to die for you? He had to send his son to child.
No, I can't imagine.
Bro, you think we like the Lord don't know what I go through. The Lord ain't been through nothing. You know how true sorrow feels. He let his son leave his side to be whipped and chastised for your redemption. And then when you got to face that judgment seat and he give all authority to Christ, like I keep saying in class last week, Christ don't know if he see himself in you.
Yeah.
You don't want that judgment. Let's just spit in the face.
Yeah.
This is not a game. This is not a game.
No,
that's all praise.
It's not a game.
All praise.
Are you done with that?
Yes,
Let's go to 1 Peter 4. 1 Peter chapter 4, we need Numbers 25 on deck, Proverbs 3 on deck.
A lot of us are parents in here, bro. Can y'all really imagine us as parents here? Send your children to death? Huh? All the parents here, can you imagine sending your children to death? For people who don't even want.
1 Peter chapter 4. 1 Peter chapter 4. 1 Peter 1 chapter 4.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. Book of 1 Peter chapter 4. 1 Peter chapter 4. So we established, you know what I'm saying, idolatry you know what I'm saying, or partaking in the sacrifices of idols is not okay with the Most High, Old or New Testament. You know what I'm saying? But think about it. You're in the Roman world or so-called American world. You're going to be invited out somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to go. You feel me? People may be out bowling or something. You did? Maybe out throwing darts or something. So all type of stuff. Everybody you go out with ain't a believer.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You can go out with it, just you can't be in fellowship with them. You can't partake in their ritual. But, you know, look, we out throwing darts or shooting some pool or something. You know what I'm saying? Look, if they're familiar with you, they know Maccabee don't eat no swine. He don't eat no shellfish. He don't eat no, you feel me?
So they ain't putting that on you.
They ain't putting that on your plate that they already don't know about you. That's what it is, you know what I'm saying? Right? But if it's like it's pagan day, I can't partake in that. Matter of fact, I prepare my own food or bring my own food if I show up. You did? Look, and even if I show up, I might not necessarily bring no food. I might just be here to bring some correction to the matter. You know what I'm saying? In and out. That's part of it too. The Messiah in Luke chapter 11 got invited by some unbelievers to a feast, and we see what happened with that. That's the next scripture we're gonna get out of this one. And there was a lot of rebuking, a lot of correction. People got mad at him. You feel me? Like, he went dilly neighbors. Hello, it's fine. God, just love the exuberance and the love.
With the nice little sweater on.
Yeah, with his collar sweat on. Yeah, no, with his Princeton sweat on. No. All right, come on. 1 Peter 4.
Chapter verse 1.
Yeah.
For as much then as Christ has suffered for us in the flesh,
Yeah.
arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
So let's say arm yourselves, prepare yourselves with the same mind. Okay, Messiah suffered, right? So my mentals is, well, it's going to be some suffering that has to happen on my part.
That's right.
For the kingdom. So if we suffer with him, we're going to live with him too. You know what I'm saying? So it says, arm yourselves with the same mind. He suffered for you and did nothing wrong. So arm yourselves with the same mind. Be prepared. Gold is tried in the fire, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, come on.
For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin.
He that suffered in the flesh have did what?
Has ceased from sin.
Yeah, come on.
That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men.
Yeah.
But to the will of the Most High.
See? So if you're suffering for what's right, then okay, the rest of my time spent in this flesh, I'm gonna be dedicated to doing the will of the Most High. Like, so that's not suffering for you doing what's evil. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been robbing and selling dope, so now I'm locked up. I'm suffering for the kingdom. No, you not. That's you suffering for being evil.
Yeah.
But if you're suffering for what's right, then you know, hey, that's what's up. You understand? Let's read out.
Verse 3.
Yeah.
But the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
Yeah, you were living like a Gentile in your past life before you came into the knowledge of what it was. You was wrought or working the will of Gentiles. And we know they sacrificed to who?
Devils.
Wow. Wow. Okay, come on.
When we walked in lasciviousness.
Lasciviousness. That's extreme.
Lasciviousness.
Yeah.
Lust.
Oof.
Excess of wine.
Too much wine. You're drunk, right? Go ahead.
Revelings. Banquetings. And abominable idolatry.
Banquetings, feasting, and abominable idolatry. The Gentiles sacrifice the devil. The Gentiles have feast days too. Right? We all grew up doing them. We all grew up doing them. Today was what they call Black Friday when they was selling slaves. What it is? People outside malls getting shot, stomped out.
Big Mama getting stomped out.
I didn't watch the video, but I just looked at the video and still in Blindsville and get down on some TV and stuff.
Yeah. Everybody ready to bang out and lose their life for some material. If only y'all went half as hard for the Messiah, man, for the Most High. You doing all this for a TV that's gonna be outdated next year.
They shut it down so you can buy the new one.
Yeah. How many new iPhones is gonna come out? Like when is it gonna reach the ceiling? Like, okay, this is the best ever. There are no new ones coming out. You feel me?
That's
Like
what I say about you.
the society breeds you to never be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Like you never be satisfied. Solomon said in Ecclesiastes, the eye is never full of seeing and the ear is never full of hearing. All rivers run into the sea of the ocean, but the ocean is not full. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. Feel me? Like, look, you achieve something, like that was my goal, yes. But that feeling only lasts for 30 seconds. Yeah. This society breed competitors. You gotta look better, run faster, drive faster. Think about it, you gotta call into the job. You compete when everybody get this job right here. I better speak better than him. I better smell better. Huh? This society breeds competitors. That ain't what the kingdom of the Messiah about. You know what I'm saying? Everything is I have to be better than the one next to. Instead of seeking his wealth, bring him up on a level. Bring him up on a level with me. So we all operating like we God around here. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what this society breeds. Society breeds competitors. So that turns you into a bloodthirsty animal. Because look, hopefully he drunk and a consumer, not a producer. Hopefully something happened to him so I can get it. Even when you playing sports, you know what I'm saying? The bench warmer be mad at the starter. Hopefully he twists an ankle or something. I can get up in there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Run faster, look better, drive faster, live bigger, more money. I got mine, better get yours. Ooh, is that the mental and mindset of the kingdom of God?
No, that ain't.
And that's really how capitalism works, because they're selling you products and advertisements. They're not selling you the product because of what it can do. They're selling it to you because of how it makes you feel.
Yeah. Make you feel good. Yeah. Yeah. Then next week it'll be something.
Big studies on it.
Yeah.
That's why they have you go up to the case, and it's always certain stuff there. They do big studies on what they want you to keep buying.
Yeah.
If you get impulse buying, they know exactly what you think you need.
Yeah.
And you find yourself grabbing it. You don't even need it. You just grab it. They did big studies on it.
Yeah. It's really no difference from all the products that you're going to buy, like detergent, right? What's the difference between Dawn or Joy or Gain? There's really no difference between them, but how you feel and the attachment that you have to a brand. Your brand.
Yeah, the name.
If you went into a store and you only went in there for one thing.
Yeah.
Come out with a whole shopping cart.
Oh, they got us figured out, don't they? Yeah, they got us figured out. They got your whole you've been probed. You've been probed. Even look, the social media, what's on your mind? You can't get on Facebook without them Facebook asking you what's on your mind.
Yep.
Instagram is so vain. Everybody taking selfies. You know what I'm saying? Singing to themselves and lip singing. You did. Everything is about me, I'm better than you, get yours, I'm gonna get mine. That ain't what the kingdom is about. Right? That's a satanic mindset, actually. All right, what else to say?
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot.
Yeah.
Speaking evil of you.
That's what happened. So when you say, well, look, I don't do that no more, I'm not doing that, they think it's strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot. It's riotous behavior. And they speak evil of you behind it. She thinks she's better than everybody. See? So we'll just let you know that these days are here. Arm yourselves with the same mind. You know what I'm saying? No reason to be ashamed. Arm yourselves with the same mind. Suffering gonna happen, but if you endure to the end, it's beautiful. You got, you know what I'm saying? It was all real worth it. All right, you done with that?
Yes, sir.
All right, Proverbs 3, I believe it is 31, 32. Proverbs 3, 31, 32. We got a few we gonna do. We got started late today. We had a few technical difficulties, but it's all good. Then we got out of town guests in from Arkansas, banging in Little Rock. You know what I'm saying? We had out of town guests last week.
Banging in Little Rock.
Yeah, banging in Little Rock. Yeah, banging in Little Rock. Big. So they came all the way up here to fellowship with the brothers and sisters. So all praise. All praise. Proverbs 3, 31, 32. Proverbs 3, 31, 32. You dig? So staying strong during this what's called this holiday season. Y'all ever notice that depression and suicide is up during the season? I thought this was all about the spirit of God, spirit of the Most High. Why is depression, suicide, homicide, all of it's up? Robbery, all of it's up during this season. Got you feeling bad. You can't get them babies no Tonka trucks, and you Hebrews are just being cheap. I heard that too. You know what I'm saying? You being cheap. Y'all just being cheap. Y'all don't buy no gifts. You dig? So you be having to balance that out during get your loved ones, reward your loved ones here and there. You know what I'm saying? But even that's temporary satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? Because depend on what you do, or depend on who you do it for. They forget about that quick, man. Forget about it quick. Yeah, they forget about it quick. Bought you that, and you looking at me like I'm the short one around here. I just
you burnt me.
Yeah, you feel me? That's crazy. Forget that quick. We're never satisfied. All right. Proverbs 3, 31, 32.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppression. Choose none of his ways.
Don't be jealous of your oppressor. Choose none. They don't say some. None of his ways. We supposed to be the standard bearers around here. You understand? The world supposed to be mimicking us in righteousness, not in our wickedness. It's Japanese rappers sagging now. Like you mimicking. I mean, they're mimicking you, but in your wickedness. There's a Chinese rapper called China Mac. You missing a tooth. You feel me? You be in New York, bodying niggas, son. You catch a body. I'm like, look at this little Chinese little dude. You know what I'm saying? Sagging. My niggas. I say, wow.
It's funny how they do this because I have a young lady at work now, and it's a new thing that, it's a lot of people, a lot of women, black women, Hebrew women, going natural. So I came in one day, my hair was kind of puffy, it frizzed up. My hair, it was curled out. My hair does that too. I was like, no, it doesn't. But she wanted to connect with me and wanted her hair to be Afro-ish for some reason.
Sure.
That's what I was saying.
Nah, man. We the salt of the earth. We the salt of the earth. We the salt of the earth. The flavor. All right, come on now. Choose none of his ways. Don't be jealous of your oppressor. Choose none of his ways.
So
none. Whatever you can think about that you learned from your oppressor, none. Especially when it comes down to the worship of the Most High. Give him everything back. Yeah.
Like we don't fuck with our enemies. Like any of us already ever had so-called enemies. Somebody we don't like. We're not trying to be your enemy.
No. Yeah, yes, sir.
I don't like her shit. Man, you get a shot, her drive. I don't like her. Actually, not this person.
Go ahead, Hebrew. What else to say?
For the forward is abomination to the Lord, but his secret is with the righteous.
I say the forward is abomination to the Most High.
Yes, sir.
So if you envy your oppressor choosing his ways, you're forward in the heart. That's abomination. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never supposed to be choosing the ways of our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be Israel, the salt of the earth.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's flavor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't we put the flavor and stank on everything? Dance the best. You got the best style and everything, even in our lower state. Just what it is.
Yeah, bring this thing, girl.
I need Colossians 2. Let's get some Colossians 2. Colossians 2, 6 to 8. She ain't.
Shout out to our sister Ursh, y'all. She Boo always houses this weekly event. Her birthday today. She Boo about 95 and a half years old.
Looking every bit of 30 around this deal. Don't get it twisted. Black don't crack.
Especially half black.
Hey man, stop all that.
No, I know like CA, bro. You know I'm like CA.
Colossians 2, 6 to 8.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 6 to 8. As ye have therefore received Christ Jesus the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, established in the faith.
Established what?
In the faith.
Established in the belief. And in this faith, there ain't no bunnies and Easter eggs. Bunnies don't lay eggs. Feel me? In this belief of faith, there ain't no singing and Christmas trees and all that. As you received him, walk in him, rooted and built up and established in the faith. The belief. All right. If it can't be found in the scripture, then that worship that you're dealing with is off. It's false. Come on.
As ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Beware. Beware.
Watch out. Watch out. Beware. Come on.
Lest any man spoil you through philosophy.
So you can be spoiled don't mean goo goo boo boo. That baby spoil mean robbed. You can be robbed of your salvation through philosophy. All right, come on.
And vain deceit.
And who?
And vain deceit.
Wow, worthless deception. You look at deception today like it's innocent. You know what I'm saying? It's just for the baby. You know, but it's for the babies. You feel me? That's vain deceit. You can get robbed of your salvation like that. Don't even know you're dealing with the worship of another God, right? All right, come on.
After the traditions of men.
The traditions of man. Come on.
After the rudiments of the world.
After the elements of the world. Come on.
And not after Christ.
And not after Messiah.
The whole world now celebrates it.
Yeah. Yeah. Those just say, and not after Messiah, because Messiah wasn't about the traditions of men or the elements of this world. Feel me? He's sent on a mission to do what thus saith his Father.
So can I ask you a question?
1 John 2:15.
Can I ask you a question? Will Christ keep Thanksgiving?
Nah. He wouldn't have been celebrated. And then a lot of our people got what you would call indigenous or Native American in them. You know what I'm saying? Grandmamas and them, Cherokee, Blackfoot, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
We had a sheep on Facebook.
Like, you know better.
We had a sheep on Facebook. And I talked to her right after. She told everybody, I don't deal with Thanksgiving. My grandma was Cherokee. Of course, she has some blood issue. This is consciousness. She said, I don't do that, right? You still have to girl, just come on through. We got you. You know. I said, look, ain't none of y'all being a friend or a sister. This woman told you she don't keep this peace for enough reason. Her parents are in it. It's in her blood. That was a slaughter of over 70 million people. Then she told you she carried the blood of a slave in her. Through the transatlantic, which came right after the end. Then she told you because of scripture issue, she don't keep it. So why you keep inviting her to come over? I told you these ain't your people. These ain't your people. I already introduced me, I know what it is, but she was like, man, listen, I think that's hell. I wouldn't invite you to something like Christian. This common sense don't make no sense. If I robbed you, raped you, sold you, kidnapped you, put you in hard bondage, and I took your kids and did the same thing for almost 398 years now, are we?
A lot of people don't look at it from that perspective, though. They just think, oh, it's a time to get together with family. It's harmless.
And I'm just
There's
saying,
nothing wrong with it.
you can't do a Sunday dinner any other day. You can't get together on any
Can't do
other
a Sunday dinner
Wednesday.
any day but Sunday, but you can do any other day. You're absolutely correct, and that's what I tell people all the time. Why we can't just get together on it? They don't invite me to karaoke.
You is on this karaoke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, karaoke this weekend. We're gonna kick it with the Irish.
Well,
they have karaoke.
Hey, I went to Gregan's at home, okay? But they had their Thanksgiving thing last night, and afterwards they went on. You know, they were still having a good time. I'm watching them on live. You know, my sister. You know, I said, I see y'all. You know, but they didn't invite me. You know, they already know not to invite me though. They already know.
So how did you feel though by them not inviting you?
I mean, I would like to be with my family, but not for that occasion. They're not far away from me. I could go on another day. I could go. You know, I don't need an invitation. You know, they're my family, but I ain't going over there on that night. Next time y'all have karaoke, let me know. They don't let me know no other night, but last night that it was sure to be on live. You see what I'm saying?
Not live they used to.
Huh?
Yeah, like little personal. I mean, a lot of them be personal shots because they be angry. You know what I'm saying? Like scripture say, pray for them. You know what I'm saying? Pray for your people. May the Most High give them the strength to, you know what I'm saying, to recover themselves out of the clutches of the adversary.
Another one of my relatives, she's actually my cousin's wife. She went to California, found out the truth, came back to Texas to her husband and so my other family members, and they started chopping on her immediately. She went natural. She had the skirt. She was doing all this thing, you know, and they was giving her the business. Now, the divorce is about to ensue.
Yeah. It's part of it, man. You know.
But they call the book, the love of the Most High is enmity. The world don't like you. Christ warned you before he left. Know that they hated me?
Yeah, real talk.
Know that.
Let's get a couple more of these.
So early, like, only thing we're called to be is this. Only thing we do is cast them down. Most High and Christ still there. It's up to them. They give who they give a reprobate mind to. They give who they give salvation. You know what I'm saying? They not. You just go and tell 2 or 3 witnesses. And the scripture says this: if they want to hear your word, shit, shake the dust off your feet.
Keep it moving.
Shaking like a salt shaker.
It'll be worse than them than it was in the day of Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
So I'm just saying, I know we talked about this earlier, all camp. Don't get it. Keep living. Keep shining the work of God. Great work of the Most High.
Well, I don't get discouraged by people's thoughts and what they say.
And we human, because we all been mad before. Why these niggas can't get it? I'm saying, these niggas don't listen. We had one
Come over there,
back
whoop
in the day.
this nigga ass.
Look, this people right here. I got to go to Yak Alley too. This people right here. That one is that. Look, we had went on the street. We teaching, right? This woman came and asked us if she had no food, no money. You know what I'm saying? What's crazy, you trip off this, there was another sister that didn't even know who he was. Brought us a whole thing of water out.
Yeah.
You still remember that? Yeah. Then we was on the east, yeah. Then we gave her some food, some drink, and she came back over and threw her stuff right on that. Threw it all on that.
It was a small little swallow of some water.
Yeah, but I'm saying, we gave her a drink. And she came right back. She really wanted. She came back and she was the words get some.
Yeah.
And then paid it right away. And look, now he didn't even lose hers.
I ain't skipping beat. I'm like, hey, read. Right, that script, read. Like, I'm prepared. I done had guns pulled out on me on the street for TI, whatever. I ain't.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll dry out. That's a little small. It's a smaller thing or some water like that, but it's a swallow.
He said, shit, don't cry for me in this song.
Yeah.
I'll be home late. Cry for me. It's good. I have tough skin in this song.
Right.
Getting spit on, shot at, pulled guns on. I remember that. I was there. I remember.
Yeah, I put guns on us for the script. Them little jokers was mad. I told them little Hebrews they was mad. I was like, look, y'all like animals in the zoo. Y'all run around the zoo. Y'all don't run it. Y'all run around the zoo. They some little gang bangers, whatever. Pull the strap. I'm like, bro, look, me and Rock was there. I'm like, shit, do me a favor. Do me a favor for telling you the truth. You go ahead and send me them waves. Okay, I got a golden ticket to the kingdom. You kill me right here for that. He looked at me like, what kind of man is this?
Man, what manner of man?
He couldn't believe it because he pulled it and we didn't even flinch. We didn't wince, flinch, nothing. Like, shit, do me a favor. Like, man, dang, that's crazy. I don't even want to respond to these. I'm like, y'all run around the zoo. Y'all don't run it. Get it together.
What's your question, say?
Well, I'm in a mentor program, and we feed. Sometimes, we take the young girls out to feed the homeless. And this past Saturday, they were serving 2 meals. They served breakfast and they served a Thanksgiving meal, but they did it simultaneously. Okay, I got behind the breakfast table, but if it was just a Thanksgiving dinner, would I have been wrong to serve it?
Serve it with Thanksgiving dinner. What day was it on?
It was last Saturday.
Last Saturday. So it wasn't on Thanksgiving. They just call it a Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, it's all in your intention because the whole big thing about that was you was feeding the homeless, feeding folks that was lacking food. You know what I'm saying?
It was real rude too, by the way.
I mean, you gonna get that. You gonna get it. Everybody ain't gonna be right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some of the most craziest self-oriented people or self-proclaimed people, or you're gonna meet some crazy homeless folks. You dig? But your whole deal is you feeding the poor. It really ain't on Thanksgiving. They may be calling it, it's something that, like, when it comes down to, you gotta measure within yourself. Like, feel me? Do you feel as if you really violating or doing a righteous act, feeding the poor? You feel me? Like, in spirit, did you feel like that? Like, it's
not really. I did just serve the breakfast. But if they had asked me to slice up that turkey over there, I probably would have been like,
Look, and true about this, you wouldn't have been wrong for that. You feel me? Like, it's like what we got to arrive at in spirit is this. Listen to that first voice. If that first voice, like, that's off. You understand? Like, rock with it. It's off. Feel me? But if it ain't, because that's the spirit of the Most High. That first, all the time we go through it, we be like, dang, I should listen to my first voice.
I get a lot of questions like that.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah, so, but again, it's certain questions that come up to where an individual, because we ain't gonna be able to hold your hand in this. You know what I'm saying? An individual gonna have to tune into that God that's in him.
And I made the decision on that day. Yeah. But I was like, was I wrong?
So if that inner voice telling you don't do it, don't do it. You feel me? That's one of them situations that you in, to where it's like, I'm doing a righteous act. You know what I'm saying?
Not from out of that whole group, and it's a big group. I'm the only one that's like, they think I'm nuts.
Yeah.
But then, I got the little girl. I got my own little set of girls that I have to deal with. Everybody got their own little group.
Yeah.
So we come together to do this thing. So if I wasn't there, then the other little girls would have been there.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm like a catch-22.
Yeah, like, look at the big picture behind. Feel me? Like, what wrong is being done here? You feel me? It ain't even that day when you done talking. You know what I'm saying? People are hungry. They need food. Scripture going
That's
to.
what I kept saying.
Yeah, scripture going to feeding the poor. You know what I'm saying? Looking out for folks. So, do the pros outweigh the cons? And, you know what I'm saying? That's really the only con that they calling it that, but it ain't that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you out there blessing folks with what it is. And then you could have been spending that time too as you pass them out food, letting them know who the Most High is. You know what I'm saying? The literature, whatever. Like, so, like, that's one of them questions to where you got to tune in to that inner voice. Feel me? Like, am I hurting my people, or am I being righteous? What I'm doing? Feel me? Being righteous, roll with it. Roll with it.
Don't give no pork chop.
They have bacon and sausage for days. Every time we go out there, I don't have to serve it. I love it. Some of this gravy.
1 John 2, we got a couple more, y'all. We're gonna get up out of here. We did get us a late start, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Yeah, 1 John 2, 15 through 17. We need James 4. You can grab that, James 4, 4 through 5, I believe it is. There's got a couple of them, quick hitters.
1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
That's major right there. That's a command. Love not the world. Our people in love with the world. You know, I just want to, you know, they come up with all the excuses for why they want to continue to go against the Most High. First step is you got to fall out of love with the world. Feel me? All of it's a temporary reality. Anyway, like where you want to dwell at for eternity. What you want to do is like something you got to arrive at in your own mind to be like, you know what? I want to rock with the Most High for eternity. Feel me? So okay, if that's the case, well, there are certain sacrifices that happen, certain things I'm going to have to let go. Love not the world.
That's it. That now you know Paul's biggest struggle.
Come on, bro.
Verse 16. For all that is in the world,
the
lust of the flesh,
and
the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Abba, but is of the world.
Everything you desire and make you feel good and everything that you know that vanity that creep into your mind, especially in this age of selfies. You know that vanity, that vainglory. You know it shows that all that's in the world is not of the Father, but is of the world, right? Come on.
Verse 17.
Yeah.
And the world passes away.
So everything you in love with is temporary. The world passes away. Come on.
And the lust thereof.
And that strong desire you got for it. Go ahead.
But he that doeth the will of the Father, of the Elohim, Yahweh, abideth forever.
He that doeth the will of the Father abideth forever. Will of the Father, firm and keep command. Have faith in the Messiah. You want to live. So the question comes down to you. You want to live forever? You don't. You know what I'm saying? If you want to abide forever, then you know you need to conform. That's the whole thing about being born again. You feel me? But Nicodemus was like, "Can I climb back? What you mean? Climb back in my mother's womb?" And he's like, "Man, look, unless you're born again, you won't see the kingdom of the Most High." And it's going to transformation of your mind. You feel me? Unless you have transforming thoughts, unless you live above and not below. You feel me? When you live the rest of your life dedicated to the service of the Most High. Feel me? Like it's you, but you got a different mindset. There's a different reality behind this mindset. You feel me? Think different, speak different, walk different. You understand? That's what born again is. It's an ideal, it's a belief. That's what it's all about. You understand? So that's what it is, where we're going to do the will of the Most High. Because that will abide forever. All right? I need James 4. What you got over there?
James 4, you want for the verse 4?
Yeah, 4 and 5, I believe it is. And then I need Luke 14, 26 on out. We're going to close out with that. Go ahead. Yeah, Luke 14, 26 on out. Go ahead out.
James chapter 4, verse 4. The adulterer and adulteress.
We got a list of that.
I know, man.
We got a list of
that. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
Enmity mean hatred. You a friend of this world, you an enemy of the Most High. That hurt a lot of folks. Like, what? Is you in the New Testament, brother? Is that New Testament?
It's New Testament.
Oh, okay. So you can't say, well, that's all you Old Testament Hebrew. That's New Testament. Look, if you in league or you a friend of this world, you an enemy of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like, well, no, you're just so harsh and you're just stone cold. No, I just ain't in love with the world no more. Yeah. A lot of stuff I used to be into football back in the day. You dig? I ain't watched the game in years. I think I watched the Super Bowl with my family last year. By halftime, I was asleep. I woke back up, New England came back and won the Super Bowl. I said, yeah, what was I doing? I fell asleep. Like it's just certain things don't hold my attention anymore. Unless you're talking about eternal life for real. Like a lot of stuff don't hold. Come on, Hebrew.
Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of your house.
You gotta ask yourself, either you are a friend of the Most High or a friend of the world. Can't have both. You know what I'm saying? And it's wild because you want all your family to get it, come with you, but the fact of the matter is everybody not gonna make it. That's a sobering truth. You know what I'm saying? And that the quicker you understand that, the more you be able to like get over. Dang, I can't believe y'all niggas is hard headed. Y'all not listening. And it's like, look, it ain't for it. Everybody ain't gonna make it. That's right. That's right. Everybody's not going to make it. Right? So that means you need to do what? Make your calling, your election sure. You know what I'm saying? Count the cost, like this parable finna say in this Luke 14. We're gonna close out with that. Luke 14.
We had James 4, that was verse 4.
Okay.
Just one verse? Oh, to 5.
Verse 5, James 4. 4 and 5. Verse 5. Do ye think that the scripture saith in vain, the spirit that dwelleth in us is sick?
That's the spirit of the world. You got a strong desire for jealousy and envy, because you're in love with the world.
And envy, you want to be like somebody.
Yeah, because you're in love with the world. You're seeking that vain glory. You're seeking that vain glory, or whatever it may be. You feel me? I want jewelry like him. I want to drive what he drives.
You want your house decked out there?
Like, come on, man. Like, feel me? You talking about you're basing who you are off temporary nothing. That's crumbling. Unless you maintain it, it's gonna look. If this building ain't maintained, it's gonna fall through. Unless your body is maintained, it's going to fall through. You put so much stock into something that's temporary. It's not eternal. You got to constantly maintain it. Your cars, your houses, your relationships, their bodies. You smell that? You taste that death on that tongue every morning you wake up. Yeah, death is certain. It is what it is. Luke 14, let's close out. Luke 14, 26 on down. Pick a closing psalm, my brother. We'll pray on out.
Luke chapter 14, verse 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also.
Wow.
He cannot be my disciple.
So he's saying everything in your life you got to love less. Hate also means to love less. You got to love whatever in your life, including yourself, less than the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You can't put your children above the Most High. Feel me? Your spouse, your friends, your dog, your whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got going on that make you feel fulfilled. That can't be above that Most High. That can't be above his son who he sent. That's a hard pill to swallow with a little like that. What you mean? Nothing on that list you can love more than him. I tell my children, they told me last night, Daddy, I love you, but not more than the Most High. I taught them that since birth. Feel me? Yeah, that's what's up, baby. Same here. Love you, but not more than the Most High. You feel me? Because you ain't got a kingdom for them. Put everything in its proper perspective. I mean, you don't love your people and take care of them, and you know what I'm saying? But look, you come if I have to choose between the Most High and you, you're gonna come up short in the balance. That's a no-brainer. There ain't even nothing you guess about. I'm talking about me over here. There's nothing you even guess about. Yeah. Can't love you more. You know you're my promised son. I can't love you more than him. Who gave you to me.
Job told you that. Job lost all.
Man.
He said, I will not charge God.
Yeah.
Lord, give it.
tell you in Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter, it say, love the Lord your God with all your heart, all mind, soul. Like, you supposed to get the Most High your everything. Just in case somebody's saying, well, what he teaching right there is off. No, that say that in the law. It don't say give whatever you feel is important. All that. It say give that to the Most High, who got breath in your body.
You fall in line with everything. That makes sense. When you actually give yourself over to the Script, and to the Most High, your wife will know stuff. Your children want stuff. Your community wants stuff. You know what I'm saying? I understand every place we
The
went,
land
even in
also.
captivity, that place was blessed because we were there.
Even the land.
Even because certain sins cause the land to be right. So why don't righteousness cause flourish?
Land flourish. Excellent point. Excellent point. Come on now.
Verse 20, Luke 14, verse 27. And whosoever does not bear his cross, come after me, cannot be my disciple.
So ain't talking about putting the cross around your neck on the chain, but the cross represents persecution. He had to carry or bear his cross to his execution. He's like, look, you ain't prepared to suffer for this. You can't stay on your porch. You're not ready. You know what I'm saying? It's a sobering reality. It's just the truth, though. You know what I'm saying? What else to say?
For which of you, intending to build a tower, to the knock down first and count the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish it?
What about that? Anybody you know that's into building homes or into construction or whatever, they got a budget, don't they? They got to count the cost. It's going to cost us this to build this. See what I'm saying? So we saying that with you, like you get down to this truth, count the cost. You feel me? Like there's certain things that you can't endure that may fall out. Relationships dissolve and all that, man. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? People die around you. It's all type of stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? And it be test to see if you gonna hold on and you gonna tuck tail and scurry on off. Count the cost. You know what I'm saying? He just told you, unless you down, you got this mindset, you can't be a follower of me. That's deep.
Living for the Most High in Christ. Don't think there's always a righteous go over to your God type thing. The disciples died already. A lot of the prophets died. Yeah, Steph, that boy got stoned. He still drew upon the Lord in Christ, clean to the head.
That's what it is. But in the end, you get a reward, though. It's a reward that's coming that far outweigh any persecution you go through. It's a reward.
That's it.
That's what allow you to get through the persecution.
That's what allows.
Cause you be like, look, in the end, man, I'm gonna get what and a crown, and I'm about to be immortal and living forever. Oh, okay, yeah. That's worth. That's worth all that. You know what I'm saying? Look at Tootie.
We just have to, Tootie, we just have to remember that while we're going through that affliction, man. Because even Christ knew, saying the end result, but thinking about it, saying he like, hey, man, if this cup can be passed, you know what I'm saying? But it's not my will, but saying let your will be done. You know what I mean? So, we have to remember that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, doubt.
That's deep too, bro. It lets you know you can never say Christ ain't never been on the plane.
Yeah.
You know how to start with people.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Verse 29.
138.
Pardon me?
I'm 79.
Least happily, after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him, saying, this man began to build, was not able to finish? Or what king?
You see that? So you be mocked. You started on this big project, you start building, but you wasn't able to finish. See that? Don't let that be you in this. Don't run out of gas. Don't start building for the kingdom and you don't finish. See, you'll be mocked for that. He was strong. Shalom. I heard all that. Folks tried. Yeah, I hear you. You feel me? Better is the end of a thing than the beginning of it. We'll see how many hollering Yahoo and folk tried at the end of this thing. When the heat get turned up. You know what I'm saying? It sounds good. And everybody, Yahoo! I hear you. Yeah. Yeah. Here it come. Yeah. Come on, hero.
Or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first, consulted whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000.
That's right.
Or else.
That means even when you go to war, you have counsel and you prepare. And we take them. All right, go ahead.
Or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassage and desireth conditions of peace.
Yeah.
So likewise. So likewise.
Yeah.
Whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple.
Unless you willing to forsake all. Feel me? That's saying like, and just like in a drop of a dime, like Most High told Abraham, leave her. He left out of here. He could, Messiah called Peter and them, hey, come on now. They left their daddy and them in the boat out of here. That's the mindset you gotta have. It ain't saying like tonight go home and just give up everything. No, but when that call comes, you know when the Most High done called, he put on your spirit heavy to do something. You gotta execute super precision. Get it done. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no excuses. What if he made excuses? We wouldn't even be here. If you ain't willing to do that, stay on your porch. Count the cost. Count the cost. You understand? Because you have to be willing to dedicate your life and even give it up if need be. Feel me? To inherit that which is to come. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you might not be as famous no more, and you know people gonna talk about you. Get ready for it. Yeah, that's what's up.
No more
tell them I love them. Tell them I love them.
It's okay.
Come on, bro.
Verse 34. Salt is good.
Salt is what?
Salt is good.
That's right.
But if the salt have lost his favor,
his
savior,
savor, meaning its flavor, its saltiness. Salt is good because it's salty. But if it's lost its saltiness or its savor, go ahead.
Wherewith shall it be seasoned?
Yeah.
It is neither fit for the land, nor yet for the dunghill.
The dunghill is the land waste. You go burn your trash in the landfill. Salt, in other words, if salt ain't got its flavor, if you ain't willing to forsake all, you ain't profitable for nothing. For the land or for the dunghill. Wow. Come on out.
But men cast it out. He that have ears to hear, let him hear.
Yeah, if you can receive it, all praise to the Most High. So we got some understanding. All praises. Again, we started late, but it still is all good. It's about midnight Central Standard Time. All praise to the God, Elohim, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All praise, Lord, his only begotten beloved Son. Excellent way to kick off the Shabbat. Shout out to Sister Ursh and Bruh O. You understand? For allowing us to come and chop it up. May the Most High bless your household. We about to pray out Psalms 138. We got to face that way. You understand? That's Jerusalem facing that way. I got a hat over here. We got to, when we pray, the sisters got to cover their head. You know what I'm saying? So I got a hat. If y'all ain't got no scarf or nothing, I got a hat right here. One of y'all can take the scarf off my head if need be. You gonna 138 it? Y'all cool? Y'all here. I will hear a hat right here. Bang. That's a hat right there. I got the Psalms 138. Let's pray on out. Sit on back and chill. Yeah,
You got a big head.
It's all good. Right, what it is.
Go live.
Yeah, we going live, man. Psalm 138. Let the world hear us. You all right, Mike? You all right? You got a fart or something? Oh, okay. All right, Psalm 138. Work out Psalm 138 with the Most High's permission. All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
All praise.
Honor and glory of his only begotten beloved Son. Long live the King.
Long live the King.
The Psalm of David. I will praise thee with my whole heart. For the gods will I sing praise unto thee. I will worship towards thy holy temple and praise thy name for thy loving kindness and for thy truth. For thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name. In the day when I cried, thou answered me, and strengthened me with strength in my soul. All the kings of the earth shall praise thee, O Yah, when they hear the words of thy mouth. Yea, they shall sing in the ways of the Most High, for great is the glory of Yahweh. Though the Most High be high, yet have he respect unto the lowly. The proud he knoweth afar off. Though I walk in the midst of trouble, thou wilt revive me. Thou shalt stretch forth thine hand against the wrath of mine enemy, and thy right hand shall save me. Yod-Heh Yah will perfect that which concerneth me. Thy mercy, O Yah, endure forever. Forsake not the works of thine own hands. Hallelujah.
Say la.
Yes, sir. All praise. Another barbershop chop session in the building.
Yeah, man.
Let me go ahead and exit this live feed. Shabbat shalom to the family. Peace and prosperity. You know what I'm saying? To the next time, Shabbat class tomorrow. It'll be going up. Y'all bless. You understand? Stay focused out here. Yahoo. Get it done.